What's up, guys? Cameron Fous here with FousAlerts.com. Today we are gonna unbox and unveil the brand new 2016 Rolex Datejust 41. This thing literally just came out. I'm probably one of the first people in the world to own it. I actually just had it shipped overnight via FedEx straight out of Miami. So let's open this bad boy up and see what we got inside. Alright guys, so we're going to take a little bit closer look at some of the stuff inside of the box here. Obviously we got the certificate. I got this at a Rolex Boutique Luxury Swiss out of Miami. Got my name on it. Just shows a serial code. Champagne gold, 10 with diamonds. Inside we probably haven't even looked inside of what we got in here. Warranty luxury book. Wait. Oyster Perpetual Datejust. This is the brand new one. Just little instructions on using it, whatnot, factory service, etc. Now let's take a look at the actual watch here. So, you know, I'd been shopping for this watch for a while, and I had been looking for the Oyster or Rolex Datejust 41, and everybody still just had the Rolex Datejust 2, which is a different watch. You know, it's funny, a lot of people at the jewelers here in San Diego were just complete idiots and had no idea that they're actually two different watches. They're just like, this, you know, we have it's the Datejust 2. I said, no, there's the brand new Datejust 41. It's actually a different watch. It still has the 41 millimeter diameter, but it's actually a thinner watch. It's not as fat. So they changed that for 2016. It's not a Datejust 2 anymore. It's now called the Datejust 41. In addition to that, they also changed the way the dial works. It's got a little bit more accurate time. It's got a 70-hour power reserve. It's called the 3235 movement here. It's also got thinner lugs, and it just creates a little bit more lighter feel of a watch. And it's just an absolutely magnificent watch to look at. And is in addition to that, for 2016 they upgraded you with the option for the Jubilee Bracelet, which is actually an upgrade in price to get that, as well as the old Jubilee bracelets used to not have the actual updated clasp. This was only with the Oyster bracelet. So it's really cool to see the new Jubilee bracelet on the updated clasp there. So let's take this off and actually try this bad boy on here. Pop this thing on. Now this is just the bling with the reflection of the fluted on this watch. In addition to the Jubilee, it really just is a magnificent look. With, in addition to the diamonds there, this is just a really, really beautiful watch. You know, similar kind of style to my older two-tone Submariner black and gold that I had, but this thing is just shining on a whole different level. The Jubilee with the fluted and the diamonds on this thing just really under the light just completely shine, and just is a magnificent look that I've really never seen before on a watch. I was just looking at myself in the mirror on this thing. It was just absolutely beautiful, and I really just like that they have the new clasp on there, the updated clasp, along with the Jubilee bracelet. But anyways, guys, this is just an absolutely stunning looking watch here. All right, guys, just wanted to give you another look and view of the watch when it's actually on my wrist. You can probably just see this thing as you rotate in the light here. It just really reflects. I'm super tan right now. I live in San Diego, and it's the summertime, so we've been outside a lot, hanging out in my boat, but I really just think the contrast of my skin tone with this gold, it just looks really super cool. It just shines way more than my other watches that I've owned, and I really just couldn't be happier, you know, with the fluted the diamonds as well as the Jubilee. I think this is an absolutely beautiful combo for the new Datejust 41. So if you're interested in purchasing this, not that I want you to be a copycat, I definitely think that this is a wise choice for this actual configuration of this watch. I couldn't be happier. And as you can see, I think you probably think it's pretty awesome too. All right guys, so I now am the new owner of the 2016 Rolex Datejust 41 Champagne Gold with diamonds. Just to tell you a little funny story about how I kind of got into watches. I was actually traveling in Colombia. If you haven't gone to Colombia, it's an amazing place. And I met this girl there who was wearing a Rolex. This was before I ever owned a really, really nice watch. And I was like, what is she doing with Rolex and me not? And so we ended up becoming really, really good friends. And she's from Denmark, and then she ended up coming back to San Diego and connecting with me. And I ended up buying a Breitling first. She was wearing a Rolex Submariner. I've owned a Breitling Panerai PAM 88. And also my first Rolex was a two-tone black and gold Submariner. So I really started getting into watches. A lot of people don't understand what it's like to own an expensive watch. When you first think about, spending $15,000 on a watch, that sounds completely mind-boggling. But once you start getting into collecting and actually enjoying wearing watches, you really just kind of get into it and you kind of understand it. It's almost kind of like an addiction. But another thing, bringing me back to Colombia, I was just down there again to meet a different girl that I had been connected with before. Honestly, one of the most beautiful girls I've ever met in my entire life. She was super nice, super accommodating. But I got there, took my Rolex off my wrist when I got to Bogota, Colombia, put it in my backpack because I'm obviously not going to be wearing around a gold Rolex traveling around in Bogota. And met her that night, and then all of a sudden the next morning my watch is gone. I was staying at the Four Seasons in the Grand Suite. I don't know who took it. She seemed like one of the nicest girls I've ever met. I love to believe that she didn't take it, but I'll never know. And I ended up leaving out of Colombia the next day. It was a really unfortunate event, but so I had to end up buying a new Rolex because mine was gone. So I wasn't even planning on buying one, but it was almost kind of a blessing in disguise. I still had fun going down there, but it forced me to upgrade to this. And this is honestly one of the most beautiful watches I've ever seen, and I couldn't be more happy with the brand new 2016 Rolex Datejust 41. I gotta say, future advice for everyone, make sure your watches are in the safe at the hotel room, as well as get jewelry insurance on those. Anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. I am certainly enjoying the hell out of this brand new watch on my wrist as it blings. As you can probably see that fluted in diamond back and forth in the reflection. That's it for today, guys. FousAlerts.com. Check it out if you want to learn how to day trade with me every day and start making some money.
They don't even know that I'm hurting. This life's not easy, and I'm made out of steel. Forget that I'm human, forget that I'm real. Act like you're